to us. And we're back.
We're back.
Somewhat. If you can see us, we just got back in, so we don't know. We'll try to do what we can. We'll see if it's coming up on Facebook. We got men checking.
Right.
We don't know what the problem was, but we went back limited channel, and we're going to see if it's showing up now.
A tech error.
Do what?
A technical error.
A technical error. That's right. Twitch looks like it's up. It's just the joys of streaming. You just never know what's going to happen. And
Facebook's not up.
It's not. Well, that's crazy. So we know not why. Yeah, we're up. There we are.
Okay.
I did get it to come up. So maybe reboot the phone.
Are we up, Ken?
Okay. I think so. I don't know that anybody is in here. It may just be us. If it is, we're doing a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Just only a test.
Yeah, it's only a test. We're not really here.
No.
We think we're here, but we're not sure if we're here.
Right.
You seeing it, Ken? Oh, he's reboot. So right now we have 0. Well, there might be somebody out there in Twitch land or something. If you're there on, because Twitch doesn't show up in our totals. So if you're on Twitch and you just happen to see us, just pop us up.
Yeah, if you see us or hear us, hit us.
That's just let us know. We're going to talk for a few minutes.
Right.
And let me let Miss Jen know we're trying. I think she's on the other one. By the way, the one you're trying to come in on, I didn't check that one. I was by personal, so it could be.
Let me check mine too. While you're doing
Let me check the podcast one, but Twitch looks. Yeah, it's on. So I don't know. There is one person. That might have been me that popped up there. Anyway, we're going to talk some sports. We think this is going out some, and we're gonna try to talk a little bit of sports. It was a great day Saturday in college football, and a great Sunday for NFL. Of course, also your Thursday night game, and there is a game tonight. Actually, a couple of games tonight, I think. But the Falcons. What about them? They got them a win last night.
Yes, I heard that today.
The defense looked great. Had 5 or 6 sacks in the game. Penix looked good, although he wasn't throwing for big numbers. They ran the ball for over 200 yards on the ground. And I really did like what they were doing. The tight ends looked good. The blocking was great. They just really looked a lot better. Even though they lost the first week, it was very close. And these guys look like they're ready to rock, and I'm here for it because the Falcons have struggled a lot.
Yeah, they have.
Hey, Jenneth, are we okay? I didn't pull back every stream back up. Weird things are happening, but Jenneth says she's here. Can you see us and hear us? That's all we want to know. We'll talk sports for about 30, 35 minutes, and then we'll have to get off for Mama Said. I'm sorry for the problems. We don't have a clue. I was getting no error messages, but obviously there was a problem. The last one went really wonky. I haven't had something like that happen in months where the voice was trailing behind.
Yeah.
I rebooted my system. It's not me. It's just weird stuff going on out there. So Facebook, she sees us, so Facebook is up. That's where she's at. She says we're good. And I only went out on 2 Facebooks, a YouTube, a Twitch, and an X. That's it.
Hey, Dave, he's not that.
He's not, but it is out there. She's on there. So, which one are you on? Are you on the podcast Facebook or mine? She's probably on the podcast Facebook, and not sure, but
Facebook.
Yeah, she's in there on Facebook. So, not sure what's happening. Weird stuff. So, I don't even know what this means for the show tonight. I have no clue.
I don't either.
But anyway, I wanted to, while we have time, and we don't have much time, and we'll have to come back and do a lot of it. I'm going to share screen here. And see if we can't show some of these standings for the NFL. And I'm going to tell you, the Bills, yeah, she's on the podcast Facebook, but I have my personal Facebook up. I run a dual channel on Facebook, but she says it's up for her anyway. But there's weird stuff going on. For the 3 people that may be watching, we will make it up to everybody else. I apologize. I'll go out there and delete the product that we put out that was only about 2.5 minutes because that was crazy.
It was crazy.
But the Bills look like early in the season, looked like a Super Bowl contender. They're 2-0.
Yeah.
Putting up amazing numbers. So kudos to them. The Patriots 1-1, the Jets 0-2, the Dolphins 0-2. Buffalo's already got a head start on taking that division.
They do.
And so we look good. Quickly, the Bengals, who got bad news today. Their quarterback, Burrow, is going to be out. He's got to have toe surgery. He's going to be out 2 to 3 months. So the Bengals, even though they're 2-0, Jake Browning, I believe it is, their backup, and that's going to be a hard one for them.
It will be.
The Ravens, shockingly, are 1-1 because they didn't get it done the first week. But that is also a loaded team. I would suspect that they will be in charge of that division soon. The Steelers 1-1, playing pretty good, but the Ravens are the class of this division. The Browns nowhere close. They've got a lot of work to do. The Colts are 2-0. The Jaguars playing a little better than they have been. 1-1. The Texans 0-1. They play tonight.
Right.
And I'm rooting for them. I am rooting for the Texans tonight. The Titans are 0-2. How far the Tennessee Titans have failed.
What happened to them?
Well, a lot of player turnover. A lot of the stars got old. Bad coaching. They're building a new stadium. They're trying to draft. Now, they've made some nice draft picks this last draft. And I think they're probably moving in the right direction, but they're not going to go anywhere this year. The Chargers 1-0, again, playing tonight. The Raiders 1-0, playing tonight. The Broncos 1-1. And the Chiefs, shockingly, are 0-2.
I know it.
This is not good news. Also on the heels of a lot of rumors that Travis Kelce is going to retire at the end of the season.
I heard that.
And move on to his new married life that he's going to have. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying that's what they say.
I heard that.
So we'll see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let me get back over here. Let's go into the league. And that's not what I wanted either. Where is? Oh, I think it was below that. I didn't go down far enough. There we go. The National Football Conference. The Packers look great. They also look like a Super Bowl contender.
They do.
They're loaded at every position, and they just got Dallas's best player with a massive trade. It's already looking good for the Pack. They just looked really strong. The Eagles look strong as well. Obviously, champions that they be. 49ers playing well. This is just giving you the top of what it's looking like for the best teams. These teams are obviously all Super Bowl contenders. The Bucs play tonight, and we hope they lose because that's a divisional rival for Atlanta. Sorry, I've got nothing against them, really. I don't hate on them, but as a Falcons fan, I need them to lose. The Cardinals 2-0. Nice start of the season for the Cardinals. The Rams 2-0. Of course, the Falcons got the loss the first week in a very tight game, lost late with a missed kick. But by the way, they rebounded that replacement kicker. They still got the other kicker. He was inactive. What do you have? 6 field goals last night? 5, 6 field goals? The guy just came in and just nailed it. Koo, you're going to be gone. This guy just come in, and they'll probably give him one more week to show what he can do. This guy was ice, man. I mean, he come in a huge game, Sunday night audience. He was out of a job. They brought him in. He's kicked for a couple of teams. Come in right off the bat, had to kick a big kick. Almost missed it. You could tell he was nervous. From there on, straight down the pipe. This guy was nailing him. I'm sorry, Koo.
I just say I didn't watch any. I didn't.
But you got to go.
I didn't keep up with ESPN this weekend. I'm sorry to admit, but
the Commanders had a very tough game. They just didn't quite win it. 1-1. They're going to be in the mix. The Vikings looked good, but not last night.
I don't like the Commander's name.
No, I don't like the name. Redskins.
Right, exactly.
The Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, their rookie quarterback, he looked like one of those commercials for the test dummies where they crashed the cars into walls. That's what he looked like at the end of that game. He was walking and all of his body parts were like going in different directions. The Falcons laid the sacks on him, got some nice hits on him. Even when he was able to get the ball out, he was still getting pressured. He's a gamer. I give him credit, have respect for him. But every predictor on that game last night said that the Falcons were going to lose. Take that. Sorry. The Cowboys get back on the winning ways. It was a close game, but the Giants should have won that game. I absolutely should have won it. The Cowboys looking pretty good, though, even though they lost their best player. The Lions 1-1, also another loaded team. The Seahawks 1-1. The Panthers still stink. The Bears, you're making some nice moves, but is Cadillac really the guy? A lot of questions about him right now. The Saints 0-2. Yay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Rival. And the Giants should be 1-1 for sure. It was the Giants' fault because they had 14 penalties in that game.
Good Lord.
And it was absolutely ridiculous. And as we look at some of the scores here, and here's
Pluralsight has the upskilling you need to master today's AI tools.
There we go. And that'll be a great game. And then they also have the Chargers and the Raiders. That would be a really good game too. All right. Let me go back. That is not what I wanted. So let me pull that down just a second and get where I need to be without throwing all that up there and causing you craziness on your try that again. And still showing the same thing. It's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Let's pull that back up. And we can see that the Packers, which the Commanders, Redskins, were really never in the game, really. I mean, the Packers dominated this game, really, and it could have been an even worse score. Probably should have been. The Ravens killed the Browns. You can see the score there to get back up. The Jaguars have been playing better, but the Bengals, who are in trouble now.
A close game, I think.
The close game. They lost their quarterback. The Giants, again, should have had that game. A lot of penalties. And the Lions just absolutely trounced the Bears. Dolphins in a close one against the Patriots. Patriots playing maybe a little bit better than people thought. 49ers in a close one against the Saints. And again, the Bills just toasted the Jets. Jets 0-2, trying to rebuild with a new head coach. Got some energy going on, but right now 0-2. I do like what this guy's doing. I think he's got some good stuff going on. The new head coach, and I like Aaron. I think he's a good guy, and I think he'll do good there. It's going to take some time. The Jets have got years of futility, just being honest. Seahawks all over the Steelers. The Rams trounced the Titans.
I know it. I can't believe that.
The Panthers in a close one, but they just can't seem to get back on track. This is a very close game. This Colts game against the Broncos. Eagles-Chiefs was really close. And the Chiefs, it was there for the taking. They missed some catches that they should have had. And, of course, the Falcons, 22-6, all field goes to the very end and got a touchdown. So good job for them. Really, really like what they're doing. I want to give this coach a chance to really see what he can do with the Falcons. Sometimes I think he's over his head, and other times he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Right.
So I'm not saying he's not capable, but is he the guy that take this next level? I will say this: they've loaded the roster up really well. That defense is fast.
Yeah.
It's young, and it's powerful. They did lose their corner last night, all-star corner, to a hamstring. I suspect this guy will be out, AJ Terrell. Those hamstrings are hard to come back from.
You're right.
If you've ever had a hurt hamstring, and I'm not an athlete running up and down the field. That's really hard. And he fell down grabbing that hamstring. I suspect at least 2 or 3 weeks. Probably he's going to be laid up. But they look like they can handle it, but it is a loss for the Falcons to lose that. And let's look at.
Are you doing that? Let me throw the SEC.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Why are you doing that? a little side note. Here's the highlights for the ACC game Saturday. Florida 10, LSU 20.
Florida quarterback, 5 interceptions. I think Coach Billy, I think he may be coming back to Cartersville pretty soon. It's just not happening for him.
Georgia 44, Tennessee 41.
I know, and all Tennessee fans, if they're out there listening, they just got mad. Hey, you played well enough to win.
But they won it in the overtime.
But you made some mistakes, mainly shaking a kick. But you really should have never went for the kick. You should have went for the touchdown. You had Georgia on their heels. You left the door open. Georgia's a really disciplined team. They never give up. And I know the kid come back and kicked the field goal in overtime, but that really set the case for the course for Georgia to come back and win that game. Georgia's secondary looked horrible. Let's just say it. There were some really good things that happened for Georgia. Tennessee looked good most of the game, but they had some lapses as well. I think they're still just trying to figure out how to win a big game, honestly.
Vanderbilt 37, South Carolina 7.
It was a shocking game. I really thought South Carolina was going to be that dog this year that takes a step forward, and maybe they still will. But we also said Vanderbilt was also a team that has played a lot better in the last couple of years. They got some good things going on in Vanderbilt. I give you credit. I think that game might have been in South Carolina, and you took it to them there. Good job. Good job, Vanderbilt. I dogged on you a lot, but you know what? I think that South Carolina team's pretty good.
Clemson 21, Georgia Tech 24.
I'm not a Georgia Tech fan, obviously, because I'm a Georgia fan, but you got to give Tech credit for taking it to Clemson. And it's Dabo, maybe the hot seat getting a little warm for him. You know, after about 10 years, fans get a little dissatisfied, you know, even though with all he's done. But not putting him down. He's a great coach, and they got a great program. But come on, I know Georgia Tech's playing better, but that was a little shock for me, and that's not good news for Dabo.
Okay, here's the last of the highlights. Wisconsin 14, Alabama 38.
Yeah, Wisconsin's not the Wisconsin they used to be. Alabama gets a good solid win under their belt. Next game is Georgia in 2 weeks. That's a huge matchup for both teams.
Okay, here's one from our hometown. AT&T Field at Bellsouth Park, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Lookouts, Double A South, Ingle Stadium Corporation.
Yes, they were.
Bellsouth owned by AT&T. Field size 330 feet. Center field 400 feet. Right field 325 feet. Surface is grass.
New stadium will be coming online
next year.
Yeah, a little bit into next year.
The cost, $10.2 billion, $18.6 billion in 2024 dollars.
Yeah.
AT&T Field was known as Bellsouth Park, March 2007. Changed to Bellsouth Park by AT&T. 2025, lookouts will move to Erlanger Park in 2025.
Yeah, and this is listen, everybody. Bellsouth was a great stadium, bad location, and there's a number of things I could say. I won't go through all of them, but that's they were going to move the team if they didn't get this. They're now moved out near the interstate. When people come into Chattanooga, they're going to see the stadium. They've kept some local, some old timey look there with some of the buildings and stuff. It's $1 billion enterprise over there. Amazing what they're going to do there, and this is Chattanooga's always known as seeing those foundries when you first came into town.
Yes.
So when you come into town now, coming in on 24, you got the river on your left, as you always have with paddle boats and whatever putting up down the river. But and on the right, as you come around that corner, around the bend, you're going to see a really dressed up and nice looking area.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know what they're going to do at the old stadium, but
I have not heard that yet.
And yes, Jen, Auburn won. I didn't know you were an Auburn fan.
I didn't put that in there, Jen. I'm sorry.
But some of these scores, I wanted to look at some of the top scores here. Let me put this back.
I'm glad you do that because I didn't put all of them in.
Do what?
I didn't put all the scores in. I just did a highlight.
Yeah, no problem, man. I love it. Oh, let me get that back up there. And we see, if you can see that, there's that Georgia Tech win. That was big. Took out Clemson. ACC wide open. Florida State maybe got the track on that. Michigan, well, what do you say? It was a pay-me game. Central Michigan. Oh, your dad was an Auburn fan. War Eagle, baby. That's the only time you ever heard me say that. I do that in honor of you and your dad. Alabama
Sorry,
over
folks.
Wisconsin. Alabama tracked up to 14. Tennessee fans are not happy
No,
about this ranking. I heard some chatter about it.
I did too.
Oklahoma playing well, number 11. Oregon playing well again over Northwestern. They usually play tougher than that. Number 6. There's that Auburn win, 31-15 over South Alabama. So they're in the top 25, playing well. There's that big game, number 5 against number 15, Tennessee. Georgia's inching up a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
Tennessee's inching down just a little bit. Missouri trounced Louisiana 52-10. USC over Purdue 33-17. And then you've got Penn State. They're a powerhouse.
Yeah, they
a threat
are.
to win it all. Absolutely, they're a threat to win it all. Texas Tech, a nice win over Oregon State. Texas won over UTEP 27-10, but Arch Manning got booed.
Did he?
His passes were weak sometimes, and he missed the mark, and Texas fans are getting worried because big matchups loom, especially Georgia, and they're not happy with Arch Manning right now. Ole Miss, 41-35. Arkansas has been playing tough. Ole Miss gets the win. And then A&M, number 10 ranking, 41-40. Notre Dame. This game was back and forth. Outside of the Georgia-Tennessee game, this probably was the best game of the day. This was a very tight game. Notre Dame, anyway, they're all these teams are a threat to win. There's that LSU-Florida game. I don't know. I just wonder if Florida stays with their quarterback for this week. You'd hate – I mean, he's their guy with 5 interceptions.
Uh-huh.
It looked like he just threw the last one up in the air. Like, I don't know if he was trying to get rid of it or he was just desperation. He threw it up, and I haven't read the Florida chatter. I'll do that. And Utah over Wyoming. Looking ahead, September 20th, Tennessee's got a walkover at UAB, so they'll get healthy and get to feeling good about their celebration.
Georgia's off this weekend.
Yeah, Georgia is off. A Texas Tech-Utah game will be a really good game. That'd be a hard game to pick, to be honest. Michigan, Nebraska. Michigan will win that game. Notre Dame will get healthy against Purdue. Ole Miss will beat Tulane. Now, this is a good game. Another good game of the day. Auburn, Oklahoma.
I say Auburn will win that game.
I disagree. I think Oklahoma will win that game, but that's fine. We'll see who comes out on this. Auburn's playing well, but I don't think they beat Oklahoma. Florida State, they'll win that one. Georgia Tech has Temple, win that one. Missouri and South Carolina, another big matchup.
I'll say Missouri will win that game.
Well, right now I do too, and that's not good news for South Carolina. Divisional matchup going down like that. Florida has Miami. This huge rivalry game. All these Florida players.
My cousin roots for Florida, so I'll go with Florida.
They're going to have to get healthy fast at the quarterback position. Miami's playing well. I'll go with Miami on this game. Indiana, Illinois, Vanderbilt, Georgia State. They'll keep winning. LSU will win. USC, Michigan State. No big problems there. So there's really nothing left there. So not a huge weekend for some of these games, but there are some key matchups, and they will go a long way. So the winners of the weekend, not just beyond the games, some of the winners are got to give Kirby Smart credit.
Yes.
That game was almost getting out of reach. They looked horrible. You got to give if you're going to blame your coach when things are going bad, you got to thank your coach when they start getting it turned around.
Right.
I know he would thank the players, but he sets the tone, and you just never count Georgia out. And that's what Georgia fans always said. One thing about Georgia, they'll play for the full 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to win every game, and they may lose a couple of games this year. But they are a threat. They'll be in the playoffs, and they're looking good. Shout out to Tennessee. They're winners, too. They didn't win the game, but what they did is they showed they could play with a top 5 team and take them to the limit.
That's it.
And so they can carry that out of there. You know,
But what's going to be so bad with Georgia plays Bama?
that's going to be one we'll talk about next week.
Yeah,
as we get into looking further ahead. That's going to be that's going to be a good game to pick. Be hard maybe in some ways, but we'll look at that. That's such a tremendous game. So winners there. LSU's looking pretty good. I give them a lot of credit. Question marks. Florida, where are they at?
I don't know.
Do they have a quarterback? Can South Carolina rebound? Missouri, are they for real?
I think they're playing this year.
We talked about that before the season started. We mentioned Missouri looked like a dog for this year.
Yeah.
They go out there and take it to some people, and they're doing that.
Yeah.
So credit to them. A&M playing well, Oklahoma playing well. Just some of the teams at Oregon really, really playing well. And also a winner, and because I'm a Georgia fan, Gunnar Stockton, shout out to him. A lot of people doubted that he could come into this game and throw that good. He shocked them on the first series, laid it right in there. There was a couple of times he got antsy in the pocket, probably should have stayed there. But he played a great game, scored a couple of touchdowns on the ground. And give them credit. Like I said, they gutted it out. The Tennessee receivers are for real. They were turning Georgia defenders around left and right. Better watch these guys. Agar, the quarterback, is for real. He's just not tested in that environment much. He just had that was that little bit of edge that Georgia needed. I think he came back because Georgia was getting smoked in the secondary, but his passes were right on target.
I didn't know it
right
today till my uncle said that Tennessee kicker mixed that field goal.
Yeah, he shanked it bad. It was, and I hate that for him. I really do. I hate it. I hate that kid has to live with that. Hopefully he'll have something else happen in his career. I didn't want it to happen against us. I'm not sorry about that. But these young kids, that's a lot of pressure for a
It's got to be
20, 21, 22-year-old kid, young man. They're adults. I get it, but they're young. Think about when you were 21 years old.
right.
And the whole country, sports world, is watching your game, and you shank that in front of your fans that bad.
Right. And
What it will show is, well, he come back and got a kick. He will develop more character.
yes.
He will learn to not get too high or too low.
Right.
That's really what you have to have as an athlete. You got to watch the highs, because the highs will fool you, because the lows are coming.
Right.
And you can't get down in the dumps with the lows, because there's highs just around the corner.
That's right.
You just got to keep working and believing with
right.
the system. You got to believe in yourself and your abilities and what you can do.
That's true.
And sports it's a game of inches.
Right.
And it's that old ABC slogan, the thrill of victory
And the agony of defeat.
and the agony of defeat.
That's it.
And I love sports. I love competition, but it's tough. And these guys will never forget that game.
No.
The seniors on the team will say, Tennessee never beat me, because they'll be gone after this year.
That's right.
And they can say that. So that's a big game for the seniors. When you can do that and say that during our 4 years, Tennessee never beat us, that's pretty big.
And I saw the Braves, I think, won yesterday.
Braves are, they're looking at next year. They've got to get some things figured out, play it out. And we'll be interested to see the baseball playoffs. We'll get back into talking about more baseball. We just have time today. We had to catch up on some scores.
Oh, and their note for the NASCAR. The next year, Xfinity is leaving NASCAR. Xfinity Series is leaving.
That's right, they are, and it's
O'Reilly,
which I like O'Reilly. That's good.
I do too.
That'll have a nice ring to it.
O'Reilly Auto Parts Series next year.
That's cool. Well, and again, that's a big deal.
It is.
I don't know what it cost them, but I'm sure they had to pay more than Xfinity to get
Oh, yes.
And so it makes sense. A car part to NASCAR
Yes.
makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Is there a name you missed that was always out there?
The Bush.
Yeah, even though I know it was beer, but it just sounded good.
That's racing.
That's racing.
It's like the Winston Cup. Winston is cigarettes, but
cigarettes, yeah. We go back with all them old names.
Yes.
That's cool. Well, folks, sorry for the problems we had. Thank you
Right.
for hanging in there, the ones that are there. We probably lost a lot of people. I don't know what it was. It's the nature of the business. And the biggest of the biggest have problems sometimes. And we do the best we can, but we're at the mercy of it sometimes. We try very hard to have really good, solid, good looking, good sounding programs with good content.
Right.
Sometimes it just happens. So, Dean, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We will be back
Right.
next week.
Thank you, Ken, for being here with us.
Thank you, Ken. And I'm glad everybody's better.
Thank you, folks.
And we needed to kind of have a show where we just put everything, pull it all back up to speed.
Right.
And next week we'll be ready to really just hit the ground hard and run it for the rest of the season in NASCAR and get into this football and talk about the baseball playoffs and whatever else you want to talk about. We're going to get out of here so we maybe can watch Mama Said. I don't have a clue, but we'll try.
Right.
We're going to set it up and we'll see. Dean, bless you, Ken. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for being faithful to watch. And I'm sorry for those that couldn't get in when you watch this later, because you're that kind of people. You'll go back and watch the program. I'm sorry. I really am. And I hate that.
I do too.
But
things happen.
We do what we can. Thank you, Miss Jen. You're one of the best ambassadors we got, and I appreciate that.
Things happen for a reason. We don't know why, but we thank God for it.
That's right. And you know what? The sun's still coming up.
That's it.
And we're healthier today than we were, and we're thankful about that.
Yes.
And that's always a good thing. All right, let's get out of here. Mama Said coming up next, flight or fight test, if we can go live. We'll see you soon.